All right, let's hop on in here, shall we? Howdy, welcome. It's been a couple days, and welcome everybody. You know, thanks a ton for everyone that tuned in to the Final Fantasy XIV live letter watch along. I had a lot of fun with it. A lot of big stuff. We'll probably talk about it a little bit today, but yeah, you know, this was just going to be a little secretive Zatsu stream. You know, I was planning on finishing a little bit of Lies of P today. That's going to take a couple of hours, more than likely, to get all of that done. So we're going to hold off on that probably until tomorrow or this weekend. And today was just one of those days after, you know, a couple of days of work and all of that. Just really needed to get a couple of errands done. I almost ended up not streaming, but thankfully, you know, I got most of what I needed done. Yeah, it's just basic stuff, you know, laundry and that kind of thing. But it was stuff that needed done. Here, I'm gonna make myself a little bit smaller here. There we go. But yeah, it was stuff that needed done. You know, not much to be done about it between all of the work and everything that I've had the past couple of days. So yeah, today I just decided, you know, I can get a lot of stuff done in this game and just going around scanning planets and just kind of hanging out with y'all without having to give up too much mental attention to the game itself. And so I'm able to get you know, a lot of the other stuff done that I just really needed done. So yeah, thanks a ton for being patient with me as we do another Elite Dangerous stream. You know, I've gotten a long way since the last time we streamed this. I'm having a lot of fun with it. You know, I've basically reached my end game, which is just getting out into the stars with the ship that I like and exploring things, trying to find cool screenshots, that kind of stuff. You know, eventually I will make my way up to Colonia. Way up in that direction, but for right now I am down here. I'm like, we out here, man. That's how far I've come since the last time we played the game. So it's been a bit, but we're having some fun. I'm really enjoying it. I gotta make sure next time we go back to base here that I don't run into any of those big scary red marks there. But yeah, I've done a little bit in terms of just some sightseeing, some touristy stuff, getting some screenshots. I'm slowly, vaguely making my way back here, which is where the Zurara is, and we'll talk about it if I get to that point. I don't know how far we're gonna actually get today, because I kind of want to just faff about down here and just kind of scan a little bit. You know, I know a lot of players end up doing the thing where they do these really long routes. And I do it too, don't get me wrong. Yeah, you do these really long routes, and kind of skip everything in between, but I really kind of want to get down here and actually scan some of these systems. The payout once we get back should be really nice. I'll try, and before I make my way back to the bubble, stop at the Zarara and maybe stop on one of the fleet carriers that are parked in the area just to turn in my cartographic stuff, because I've got a fairly nice payday coming out once we're done with this. But yeah, aside from that, as you can see, I have my Anaconda with everything decked out the way that I want it. This was the ship that I wanted the first time that I heard about it. I'm reading all of the guides, and you know, I'm part of the Diamond Frogs team now. I guess it's mostly just hanging out in Discord, so I have people to talk to. But yeah, so they've been super helpful both in the forum posts and just general Discord chatter. So yeah, you know, it was really funny. I posted a couple screenshots on Reddit. It's like, hey man, I've got a playtime of about 2 weeks. That's how long I've been at this, and here's some cool screenshots that I've taken. And like almost immediately, some people are like, hey, congrats on the cool ship. By the way, you're going too fast. You should be doing this and this and this. You know, make sure you've got this and this. And I'm like, I wasn't really asking for advice, man. Like that's the fun part about playing these space sims, is you always get the spreadsheet touchers that are like, actually, you need to be doing this. And it's like, dude, Wikipedia exists. Like, you think I did all of this stuff without reading the tomes upon tomes and that exist in the Elite Dangerous fandom? Like, it was the same way in No Man's Sky. Like, this isn't my first space sim. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I've only got a playtime of about 5 days. And yes, I do already have an Anaconda. And yes, it does have a grade 4 FSD booster and a Guardian frame boost. It's tricked out so that it gets about 65 to 67 per jump. Like, I'm not hurting. And yes, I've got enough for rebuys if something bad should happen, right? So like, don't worry about me. I basically knew what I wanted to do in the game the moment that I downloaded it. Like, I would not have bought the game if I didn't have a clear idea of what I wanted. So that's what we're doing. I am officially doing what I bought the game for, and I'm ready to go. So yeah, I'm just having a lot of fun just getting out here and scanning planets, and like I said, it just kind of makes a good Zatsu stream. Just because, yeah, it's not like I have to really pay a whole lot of attention other than when I'm maybe trying to get a little close to a sun for a screenshot or something like that. You know, I've been trying to read up a little bit about the lore and that kind of thing. I didn't realize that Elite, just like as a franchise, is as old as it is. Like, I guess it had books in an original game back in like the 80s or something like that. Like, I genuinely had no clue. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I guess there's like a lot of lore stuff out there. Like, I don't know what's going on with the Thargoids. I'm trying to avoid combat as much as I can. But yeah, you've got some cool lore stuff out there. You know, the Zarara was really, really cool. I wouldn't mind making a pit stop back there. I think I missed one of the telecom stations just because I was too busy trying to get screenshots around it. But yeah, I'd like to finish that up and get finish that out. Yeah, you know, I was reading up a little bit. You know, I guess there's the legendary planet Raxala or something like that may or may not exist. It's probably permitted off as like a dev testing bubble or something like that. But, you know, just little neat things like that. Jameson's Memorial, I guess, has a reference to your player character in the first game or something. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Like, I'm not super deep at that into the lore. It's kind of the same way in No Man's Sky. Like, there is lore, I guess, technically. But I'm just having fun getting out here, and you know, if I do come across some stuff that has some pretty cool lore to it, then that's really cool too. I'm not going to complain about that, and you know, add that to the old codex. But yeah, aside from that, it's just been scanning. Like, this is the kind of thing that I really enjoy, believe it or not. It's just kind of mindless. I can get stuff done while I'm doing all of this. Like, today was laundry day, so it's like, oh no, I gotta go fold some clothes. Well, that's fine. I can park above a sun and just kind of sit there a little bit, or You know, there's a world that's 100K clicks out, so now's my chance, right? I will admit though, out here in the Formidine Rift, there ain't nothing, man. There's nothing out here. I mean, you can even see the skybox is even a lot darker. You know, the outside view is really cool because you get a really nice view of the Milky Way from this far out. Yeah, there's just nothing here. Like, even when I was close to the bubble, just like hopping around in my little DBX, usually it didn't take me too long to try and find an undiscovered world. It was like Earth-like and all of that, right? Like, they weren't exactly common, but I found a couple, or, you know, undiscovered Earth-likes, and that was, what, 1,000, 2,000 from the bubble? Out here, I haven't found anything. Nothing Earth-like. I've seen a lot of water worlds, and almost everything else has been a high metal content, which isn't necessarily bad. Like, I'm gonna have a lot of money ready to go. But next time I do a turn-in, assuming I don't do something stupid, like crash into a white dwarf or something, right? But, like, I haven't really found anything super interesting, either for screenshots or for actual, like, scanning purposes. Like, I would like, before I leave the Rift, to find at least one Earth-like world. That'd be pretty cool. But no luck so far. It's, you know, the water worlds are going to give me a really nice payday once it's all added up. By the time I get back here, I'll probably have about 5 pages worth of scans to turn in, which is, yeah, that'll be nice. But yeah, nothing super interesting. Like, aside from going to the Zerara, it's really just been a lot of pictures of space. You know, I found my last trip out that I was kind of taking, I think I was doing the outer Orion Spur last time. I found a system with four suns that were all lined up kind of in a row. So when you first jump in, you're just kind of like surrounded by suns. And that was really cool. Not really cool enough for me to bookmark it, but it made a nice screenshot just to be like, hey, they're approaching me. But yeah, there hasn't even been anything like that out here. You know, I was hoping to get a few more screenshots. You know, that's really why I play games like this, is basically as a screenshot simulator. So, you know, no luck there. But like I said, I mean, I'm still having fun. It's about the chase, right? Like, it's not necessarily, okay, I'm gonna find Raxla or something like that, as cool as that would be. It's really just finding something wild and cool. Like, I'm really excited for my Colonia trip, because I do want to see the Collection of Wonders, like stuff like that. Just really cool systems, really cool stars. Like, I would like to see a star with rings. You know, I haven't seen any stars with rings yet. I know they're probably super rare, but like something like that would definitely make like the list, right? But out here, like out here in the Rift, I haven't even really seen, I don't think I've found any neutron stars. I definitely no white dwarfs or anything, no black holes. It's really just been empty. Just nothing but high metal content and a few water worlds scattered about, right? Now this will be a water world with rings. I haven't come across too many of those, so that'll be kind of nice. But yeah, you know, I will say it was really cool going into the Bubble Nebula. I made that pit stop on the way here. Like, originally I was going to go out, way out to the western edge of the Elysian Sea, right? Oh, no, that's not what I want. There we go. Yeah, so we'll get over here and take a look. Like, I was going to go like way up here to the DSSA fleet carrier up there and just kind of explore the Elysian Sea, because that's a cool sounding place, right? The Elysian Sea, right? But I got about like right here. It's like, okay, the Bubble Nebula is kind of close by, and just looking at it, I could use a pit stop. I wonder if there's anything there. There were not. There were a few, you know, player-made fleet carriers, which I was thankful for. Was able to turn in some stuff there, but there weren't like asteroid outposts or anything. But it was worth the trip. I started Googling, and they're like, yeah, you got to check out the Bubble Nebula while you're here. It looks really cool when you get inside. And yeah, it did look really cool when I got inside. So yeah, things like that. Like, like cool stuff. Now, it doesn't help that I am avoiding most of the nebulas, and it's not for really any reason other than the fact that most of the nebulas have already been explored, right? Like, it doesn't, if I'm out here trying to scan a bunch of planets, then it doesn't really help me all that much to stop by a bunch of places that people have already been, right? I've mostly been hearing just chatter on Reddit and that kind of thing, is, you know, avoid the plane, avoid the galactic plane. I think I'm a little bit above it right now. I have to get in and take a look. And then you would think the outer edges of the galaxy would be pretty empty, but no, everyone wants to go to the outer edges of the galaxy. So yeah, most of that's been explored too. Especially when you get like way out there, like way out there, because there just aren't that many jumps. So everyone kind of has to plot the same course if they want gas, so they don't get stranded, right? So I've mostly been spending my time a little bit more towards the center. You know, a few more clusters of stars. A lot of them are just M-type stars, M and G-type stars that are just kind of basic suns. But everyone just kind of skips them. You know, they're the kind of systems that people are just like, you know what? I'm on a long route. We just pass by all of this stuff to get to where I actually want to go. And yeah, there's, you know, you got the star that you stop at for fuel or whatever, and then a billion stars around it that you just end up kind of ignoring. I was the same way, you know. You watched me my last stream doing my long routes. Like, that's a pretty common way of doing it. Oh shit. Oh shit. There we go. There we go. There we go. I really need to remember to put it into headlock mode whenever I'm doing this. This is kind of annoying with the rings, but we'll get it done. Wait, I can avoid stuff like that. I've almost crashed a couple of times because of the how sensitive this thing is, right? And 9 probes, this thing is massive. 6.5. Yeah, this will be a good payday. I'm not saying it's a bad thing by any means. Mass does affect your payday. Okay, that kind of sucks. I probably won't be able to get it done in my efficiency bonus. That's fine. We can live. We'll live. Okay. There we go. All right. But yeah, like I said, you know, I'm just kind of exploring the spaces that are kind of left behind on the road, right? I don't know if you've ever driven Route 66 or driven through Arizona or something like that, but it's just like I'm basically in the little places in between the pit stops, like the little tourist attractions that everyone kind of is just like, I don't really need to see all of that. Just the random cities that you stop at the gas station and move on, the rest stops. Well, it sucks I won't get the efficiency bonus, but that's fine. Here we go. I'm not too far off. Yeah, there's something to be said for it though. Because again, there's a lot of unexplored areas out here, and I don't mind that because that's kind of the point. Like, it might take me a little bit longer to get to where I'm going, but I'm not going to say no to discovering some new stuff, right? Yeah, I've been trying to do F-type worlds. Yeah, I mean, you see it's just all just M dwarfs, couple Ks here and there, which is nice for fuel. I have not had to worry about the brown dwarf sea that we had in a couple of other areas during our travels. Okay. I don't know if I stopped because of the planet or the ring here. Probably the gravity that did it. It probably hurt a couple of my modules, but that's fine. Alright. But yeah. So, you know, thankfully I haven't had to worry about gas. You know, almost every star here is a fuel store. They're just not very interesting. Alright. But you know, maybe that means I will find something interesting in there. Maybe people are skipping them because they're just regular old M-type stars, right? Okay, I don't have to worry about escape vector. That's nice. There we go. All right, let's get out of this ring. Maybe the ring is what did it. Hard to tell. I think it's just because the planet was gigantic, right? If I really wanted to. Let's take a look here. See what's going on, buddy. Now that's another thing. After I scan it, it just shows up like that, and it's kind of annoying because I want to be able to get cool screenshots, but I don't know why it does that. I don't know why. I don't know why it doesn't go back to its default form. So, you know, that's a thing. All right, let's get out of here. Ugh. But yeah, I haven't really noticed any kind of rhyme or reason to Earthlights. You know, I've seen a lot of people saying, you know, F stars, G stars are really good. Like there's 3 or 4 different kinds that have the higher chance, right? But I haven't really noticed it one way or the other. They've all honestly been kind of lucky so far. All right, drink my coffee. So yeah, you know, basic point is though, like I said, I've got pretty much everything that I need for some deep space exploring. I am gonna go back. You know, next time I'm back in the bubble, maybe do a little bit more mining and emission scanning, just round out and get my grade 5 booster. But like, it's not something that I necessarily have to have, but it would make it a little bit easier. Okay. Made it again. It's like right there on the border, and I've been lucky enough that I've had a couple that were right there on the border, but yeah, no luck this time. But yeah, the grade 5 booster might help a little bit, but I don't know if I'm really going to be able to get all that much more range out of my Annie, just because of what all I'm carrying. You know, a couple limpets, the AFMU. I don't think I can downgrade my life support. My life support, I think, is really the biggest weighing thing that I feel like I don't really need. Like, the life support is really only if I end up really screwing up with my gas, which should not happen now that I know what I'm doing, right? So, yeah, I think you know, the grade 5 will help out a little bit, but I'm not entirely sure how much. But thankfully, it's really not. It's not too hard to get. I need to get some more reputation up, which is kind of the more annoying thing, because the only way to do that is just craft more things, and I'm kind of out of things to craft without making another trip back to Farseers. That's really the only part that annoys me with it. It's like I have to go back to Farseers to pin another blueprint every single time. And yeah, I hate having to land there. It's just a pain in the butt. But yeah, you know, I think if rounding out my DBX doesn't get me the rep that I need, I'll probably do probe scanners. A probe scanner buff would be really nice. I think there was really anything all that interesting here. Yeah. All kind of blah. Yeah, probe scan would be nice. Make sure I can hit that efficiency bonus each and every time with some bigger waves, but that's really the only thing on there that I saw that was like, yeah, I definitely need this. Everything else just kind of like, it'd be nice, but it's not like I need it, right? Not for the stuff I'm doing anyways. Yeah, the 7A fuel booster was really the biggest thing that I need. Like, yeah, this thing turns like a truck, right? Like it's like trying to turn a bed, but it scoops fuel so fast so fast compared to the DBX that I'm still making so much better time. Like, yeah, the DBX, it has about the same jump range. I think I'm a little bit lower on mine, but the fuel scoop alone just means it's a billion times faster in this Anaconda. I really like it, and I like the look cool too. Like, some people are like, why don't you go with the Crate Phantom? Like, all this other stuff. Like, they don't look as cool to me. I don't want a rejected A-Wing. Like, I'm sorry, it's just the weird flying disc just doesn't do it for me. I like the kind of Star Destroyer looking things. I like the DBX looks like a little wasp. It's kind of cool. Like my little honeybee DBX. And as you can see, I did buy a skin. I thought the Arcs was a lot more expensive than it is, but it's only like $3, so you know, not really that big of a deal, I guess. All right, Metal Rich. I might as well frame like FFS scan it. Like, all of this stuff is undiscovered, so there we go. And I mean, to be fair, it took me, you know, a couple days of playtime to get out here. It's not like this was exactly a short little jaunt, so you know, I would hope that I would find a lot more undiscovered stuff. I just wish that the things I was discovering was actually interesting. But there will be the time. That's the secret with exploration, is that going through all of this just means that when you do find something really cool, it'll just be that much more worth it. After all the amount of time I've searched in No Man's Sky for like the perfect ship, like this really isn't anything at all, man. All right. Anything cool? I don't think there really was. Yeah. None of these are even terraformable. All right. Now, obviously, you know, we just had our Final Fantasy XIV watch along. And that's another thing we might hop back into sooner than later. Should be a lot of fun. Oh wow, that's a big jump, but I can do it. Let's go. And yeah, I'm super excited. After everything with FanFest, I am ready to go. I am super excited for Pictomancer. I really genuinely did not think there would ever be anything that would tempt me away from Red Mage. And now I'm having the doubts, right? I just really love FF6. And Pictomancer, you can go back and watch after my stream from the first FanFest in Vegas. And the moment he had the Ninja Turtles, I was already mentioning Pictomancer. I don't know where you guys were getting this Green Mage thing from. I've seen a few people kind of salty about it. I was like, dude, anyone that's played Final Fantasy, like, this was how many months ago that I was saying Pictomancer? Like, yeah. Maybe you should learn your lore. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. They did a good job making the outfit look like Realm. And I'm gonna have to see how it plays. You know, it definitely gives me the Dancer vibes, but you know, as a caster instead, kind of thing. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I do like Dancer. I don't play it all that much, but I do like it. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what it looks like. But I love the visuals. I love the concept. Hey, I'm just gonna have a good time. And then female Rothgar, I think, is the other big thing. Obviously, I'll probably have a couple of ults somewhere. I'm running out of space. I will always be my female Ora lizard, my very angry blue little lizard that you see at every end screen on my stream. But you know, I'll have some ults here and there. I try and have a good variety out there. And yeah, it'll be nice. It's a shame that they didn't announce like expanded hat selection, but you know, can't win them all, I guess. So yeah, I thought it was just an incredible fan fest. I'm kind of with everyone else on trying to figure out what Solution 9 is. My initial thought is that it's something to do with the Omicrons. Like, it's really the only thing that I can figure makes a whole lot of sense. But, I mean, it could be something completely different. You never know. It doesn't look very Allegan-y. So, yeah, it's all kind of up in the air, isn't it? But overall, you know, I do think the FanFest kind of peaked with the trailer. Like, yeah, they can kind of formalize. They formalized a little bit of it after they did the trailer. It's like, yeah, here's what the job will actually look like. But really, all we really wanted to know was, what is the new job? Are female Rothgar in the game? That kind of thing. And then from there was just kind of explanations. The only thing that I think really would have topped it out would have been Blitzball. But, you know, that's going to be my eternal quest, I guess. My white whale. Yeah, I am excited for it. You know, I personally am very curious about Solution 9. I'm very interested in it. Especially, you know, after playing the past few Final Fantasies now. Because they are very heavy, like, sci-fi oriented, right? I'm just kind of curious where a lot of it's going to go. And, you know, every Final Fantasy has kind of had the sci-fi element to it. I'm just kind of, like, really curious where this one comes into play. It really can't be Allegan's. And obviously they said there's a culture that lives there and has lived there for a long time. So I just don't know where the story's going to go. And I think that's a lot of the fun with it. Is it really the first thing that made me feel like we're really going into a new era of FF14. You know, the Ascians are done. We've got our Scions to take with us on new journeys, but, you know, we're really on a new storyline now. I think that's very, very exciting. So we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, we'll be doing a little bit more FF14 stuff going forward as well. And yeah, got to get back into it. It's been a while. I could probably stand to hop in there a little bit more. Get my tombstones ready. We've got the second part of patch 6.55 coming up. Of course, I will probably be streaming a little bit of that, but I don't know how long it's going to be. I think they said the storyline would take about 2 hours. You know, they're going to introduce the Rothgar lady, what's going on with her, why we're going to Lala. Rula, whatever the name is. I'll get it right eventually. And then, yeah, obviously the more Hildebrand stuff and tombstones and finishing out all of that. So yeah, I mean, I think it'll be a decent amount of content. That'll be the 16th, so next week, next Tuesday. I am working a little bit next week, kind of another odd schedule. I don't know if I'll be able to do it on release day, but we'll do it at some point that week and see the new sites. Yeah, I think out of everything, I was just very excited to see Kryl. See Kryl getting some screen time. She's getting the new job. I really like Kryl. I mean, I think that was probably the first time that I've ever actually peaked my mic on a stream before, right? Like, that sounds about right. What do we got going on here? Wait. Oh, stop. There we go. Stop turning around. There we go. Right. Where's the last sun? Where's the last star? It said 4. Really? Okay. So we're just getting the 2. The other one's like behind there or something. Okay. That's kind of cool. Three-star system. Maybe a 4th once I climb the hump here. Nice view of my Annie. The CGV Cloud Kicker. That is the official name. If you ever see me out and about, please don't hurt me. I'm just an explorer. I'm just turning in some scans. Wee. All right. I said there really wasn't anything else here. Like, I see, obviously, this star. Is it over the hump there? Can I get a shot if I go and Do a little fuel scooping. Maybe. It seems like it should be up and above me just a little bit. I can't really tell. Right? I'm just not seeing it. Oh. I see it nowhere. There's the other two. Must be like really far away. Maybe that's why. Here's one of those little dots. Man, I wanted another shot of a nice 4-sun system. That would have been really cool. But, you know, no luck today, I guess. It's still kind of a cool shot, I guess. Plasma back there. Alright. Well, on to the next system. That was something at least. Felt a little different. Not quite the great wonders that I'm looking for, but it's better than just seeing nothing but heavy metal planets the whole time. Alright. But yeah, you know, I'm really excited, and I'm still thinking it'll probably be late July to early June would be my guess in terms of the release date. But, or yeah, late July, early August. But we'll see. We'll see. It just seems like that's the typical time to release expansions anyways. Either that or November. And it's been like that for both FF14 and for WoW for like a very, very long time. It really wasn't until Endwalker kind of got delayed and messed things up a little bit that that it changed it. But yeah, I would guess late July, early August. I am curious about a couple of the other things. You know, the planetary rebuilding sounds a lot of fun. You know, kind of like the firmament, but planets. Gonna put a bunch of culinarian statues on a bunch of random worlds. If our history is anything to go by. All right. Okay. Icy body. Icy bodies. There we go. Alright. But yeah, you know, I'll be sad to see the island expeditions go. They really were just kind of nice chill content and just a place to kind of hang out on stream and that kind of thing when I just don't have a whole lot else to do or while I'm waiting in queue or something like that. But as long as they've got something else in the works to kind of, you know, kind of have that same feel, I guess it's not necessarily a bad thing. Oh. Another glass giant, glass giant. That'd be kind of a cool world. That would be a No Man's Sky kind of world though. I think this game's a little too scientifically accurate for that kind of thing. All right. Well, I don't really see a whole lot else here. Just make sure I'm not missing anything, but yeah, a whole lot of worlds on the other side. Like at this point, I'm not super concerned with the payout. I'm going to be making a lot of money as it is. I don't even really know what I would do with more money. I'll be honest. Like a couple of people in Diamond Frogs were saying like they really use money as kind of an excuse to have a second ship. Like buy a second Anaconda. But that one would be loaded out for like combat or whatever. You know, so you don't have to constantly, you know, swap your modules, and that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I was like telling them like I don't know what else I would use money on other than maybe saving up for a fleet carrier or something like that. Like I've got all of the stuff that I want and all of the stuff that I need to do what I want to do in this game. I even told them like I don't even have an SRV bay in this thing. We're like, you can make a lot of money. It's like I don't have Odyssey for one thing. And the only time I've ever really landed on a planet was to unlock the Guardian. And that was I had my fill with that. It's just 100% not my kind of content. Like I said, I've got No Man's Sky if I want to go land on some planets and that kind of thing. I much prefer this game for the space trucking. And space trucking I am. I don't know how many times you've heard me on stream say that I just want a big old space trucking game where I can just get in a hauler and go. And lo and behold, here we are. To think it was here all this time. I'm a little sad that, you know, the game, I guess, is not as big as it used to be. I mean, it is 10 years old at this point, but I guess they just don't really do a whole lot of updates with it, and yeah, it's a little sad. But I'm having a good time. As long as the servers are up, like, I don't really need a whole lot of the communal aspect of it. I am perfectly fine just kind of wandering around on my own. Here we go. I haven't seen some blue stars in a while. Let's go check these out. Maybe go check that one out while we're at it. G-type stars. I don't know, they're kind of boring, but sometimes they can be kind of lucky at the same time. They're very, like, our sun is a G-type star, right? I think it is. I think it is. I can remember what I learned in my astronomy class before I ended up quitting school. All right. First time around anyways. See, I don't know why I keep saying slow down, like why that pops up every now and then when it's on auto or whatever. Kind of weird. That's fine. Ugh. Yeah, I am happy that a lot of people got what they wanted out of the FanFest. Overall, just looking at a casual glance at hashtags and stuff, it seems like most players are pretty happy with the Pictomancer. I haven't seen a whole lot of molding about it. And then obviously the furries are eating good tonight. They're eating good this expansion. You know, good for you guys. You got what you needed. Yeah, I'm excited for them. I'm excited for Buff Mommy Rothgar, right? But yeah, I really haven't seen too many people upset, which is a good thing. There have been a couple of people out and about that I think were kind of, I've seen kind of molding that they didn't get green mage or whatever. But I feel like there's, I don't know, there's a certain tinge to the type of people that are complaining about those kind of things and the things that they're saying about Pictomancer, right? You know the type, right? Too colorful, it's too happy. I don't want that in my Final Fantasy game. What's wrong with being happy, man? There's nothing wrong with enjoying colors and being happy. I think it's going to be really cool. I want to be happy. I think it's nice to have a nice, bright job and expansion, personally. So yeah, but overall, it seems like it's been mostly positive. So, you know, time will tell. You know, it could come out and just be like one of the worst balanced jobs that they've ever made. You never really know. Yeah, game can only get so big before they're gonna run into issues like that. Just a lot of jobs to worry about, and like 2 people working on them. So, you know, there's that. But I think it'll be pretty good. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. And just all rocky bodies. There's nothing. And I hate that it doesn't pop up with like the name and all of that until the previous scan is done. I don't know why. It's just kind of annoying. Here we go. Like if I'm like trying to map out which ones I need to visit, terraforming or something like that, it's nice to just have the names ready to go. It's a very weird decision. It's one of the only things that kind of frustrates me about the about the exploration is that there are, like, I don't mind it being slow in certain aspects, but some parts of it are needlessly slow for some reason. It's probably tied to game development. I don't know. There we go. Right. Cool. I think that should be just about it. We got one more gas giant sitting around somewhere. There we go. Anything good? He's at the point where I'm just gonna skip anything that's not an Earth-like or water world. Oh, okay, ammonia worlds are all right too. Oh, look at this. It's just nothing. I found a couple rocky worlds that are terraformable, and like I said, on my last stream, like don't sleep on rocky worlds that are terraformable, because that's a pretty nice payout. Anything terraformable is always good payout from what I've seen, but they are very rare. I would say a terraformable rocky planet, which basically a rocky body is essentially a moon, right? Like you gotta find not only like a gas giant or something, but then you gotta scan all of its moons. And then those moons, one of them has to be terraformable. So yeah, I would say they're probably rarer even than water worlds out here, just from what I have scanned. But like, don't skip them either. Like that's like 1.3 million, I think. Might even be higher if it's a first discovery. So yeah, it was really funny. Like, I don't know. I'm just getting mad at that guy on Reddit. Like, and you're actually going too fast. Make sure you have enough for rebuys. Like, buddy, does it look like I'm hurting for rebuys right now? Does it look like I'm fucking hurting for rebuys right now? Do you think I've got enough for several rebuys of the Annie? I think so. I think I've got enough for rebuys of the Annie. Like, sorry it took you a year to buy one because you couldn't read Google. Yes, I can blitz through it in what is my playtime? Let's take a look. What am I at? Look at that. 5 days, 9 hours, 53 minutes. I've got an Annie fully boosted with, well, not fully because I still need a grade 5, a grade 4 FSD booster and Guardian boost. I'm not hurting. So, yeah. It's the joy of Space Sims, I guess. You're gonna get the spreadsheet types. So, you know, it is what it is. Here we go. Reddit being Reddit, I guess. How many we got here? Ugh. Like, I don't mind taking my time to scan, but give me something different. Like, I was really hoping the Formidine Rift would have some cool stuff out here. Like, I kind of expected it might take a little bit of time to find. Like, there's like no variety at all. It's pretty rough. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm going plant or system to scan. Like, I almost feel like doing long routes and just kind of scanning what comes up along the way gave me more luck. I don't know. Maybe that's just my perception because I'm breezing through it fast. You know, now that I've slowed down, I'm obviously scanning more systems at a time to go anywhere. So that could be why. Yeah, it just seems very, very, very long. There we go. And not really getting a whole lot from it. Oh, there. Okay. Here we go. But yeah, like the payout is going to be good enough, and I've got the FSS first discovery on for most of these, even if I don't map most of the planets. So I don't think I really have to worry too much. There we go. About losing a lot of money, because I should still be getting a fair amount of money from this, just by nature of first scan, right? First FSS. So yeah, I might make it a little bit faster and just Maybe do a couple more systems and then long route plot. Just see how many it's going to take me to get back there. I'm not aiming to get back to the bubble right now, but I would like to get to the Zaruran, and that's going to be, I think, 60-ish jumps, maybe 90-ish. See, it's hard to tell because I've been slowly making my way over there anyways. Okay. It's like so far off the grid right now that I can't really tell. Like, I have been slowly making my way there, but most of the jumps have been pretty small compared to like a full route hop, right? Getting out here was kind of rough. Like, it couldn't plot a lot of routes. I had to try a bunch of different stars just for it to even find a plot, a route to plot. Kind of surprised me. And I don't know, it could be the algorithm is kind of weird on it. And I think I was trying to go pretty high. I think it was like 1,000 above the plane. It was a little rough. But yeah, I mean, just trying to get to a random point within the rift was not easy. It took me several tries to finally find a star that it would actually plot to. Oh my god, so many heavy metal planets. Ugh. Thankfully, I have not had as many issues with it giving me like 40 to 50. I've run into that into a couple of systems. Most of the time it's just like 11. That's fine. That's fine, I guess. It's not that many. It's scannable. Yeah, usually whenever I end up getting a system like this, half of them don't even end up being terraformable, so there's not too much of a point to scanning them. Yeah, and then one more kind of behind the star. That's fine. Get up here and refuel on the way. Here we go. But the view looks cool. You can see it's black. There ain't nothing around here. There is nothing on either side of me or above and below me. But the Milky Way looks pretty cool, so there's that. Alright. Are any of these even terraformable? It's a white star, so one of them should be at least. Usually these are far enough out. Yeah. Yeah, if it was a system that had 3 or 4, I probably would go and scan. Like, I'm not going to pass up that much of a payday. Like, 3 or 4 heavy metal terraformables, like, that's a good payday. Don't skip those. But if it's just like 1, it's fine. Let someone else get the payday for that one. I'm too lazy. There we go. Alright. But I do need to start making my way, like, over in that direction a little bit more. Come on. There you go. I'd like this system name. I like this sector. Sponge Owl. I know these are, like, apparently actual NASA-approved naming conventions or something like that. I think. I like their name choice. Sponge Owl. That's like, I would say a good 80% of the reason I choose a star to go to is what's the name. Is it in a cool sounding area? Alright, now we'll give it a shot. Ugh. It's only 11. Here we go. Oh, wow. Got like 2 gas giants right next to each other? Okay, that's cool. Right? No. Think there was anything else here. Yeah. The others will be on the other side. Right. Okay, where were you? Where'd you go? Here we go. Hey, these are like right next to each other again. That's nice. Makes it easy. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they're close enough to get a cool screenshot between them. Did both of them have rings? I'm not going to a gas giant that doesn't have rings. That's just too much trouble. Too much work. So little. Well, one of them did. The baby giant did. Okay. That's the other thing, is like a lot of times I try clicking it and it doesn't do anything. Very weird. Very weird how sensitive it can be in some areas and then just not really know what it's doing in others. Let's go. All right. After this jump and scan, I'm gonna go get some more coffee. Yeah, how are you guys doing? Are you having a good Wednesday? I know it's like real like Euro hours right now. So good morning to everyone going to work, I guess. It was pretty chill here. It is finally back to our normal environment at work, so I'm not gonna be mauling about it as much. Still got a couple longer shifts here and there, but like it's just been dead. It's been nice. It's been really nice actually getting some stuff done. Right. Yeah, let me scoop this star. There we go. But yeah, it's been really nice just not having to deal with a ton of people waiting in line, and oh, there's like nothing that annoys me more. And you guys in retail know what it's like. Like, it'll be completely empty in the entire store. And then all of a sudden, like, everyone that was in the store decides to check out at the same time. So what are you guys doing? Like, is there some kind of telepathy going on that I missed out on? Like, did I get the shaft at birth? Like, what's up? Why is everyone doing this at the same time? What's with the herd mentality? But you know, it hasn't been as much of an issue lately. You still get the waves now and then, but thankfully it's just been nice and chill, and I've been able to just kind of catch up on some other stuff. All right, I am going to take a 10-minute break, get some more coffee, take a bio break, and we'll get back to scanning here in a little bit. And we'll see how long it would take me to get back to the Zarura. Hey, I want to say that's probably at max speed. That's probably closer to 90 jumps, looking at it. Yeah, that's way further out than I thought. I have not covered as much ground as I originally planned. I've been doing a lot of small hops, I guess. All right, but either way, we will discover that together when I get back. So yeah, give me a bit. right. Let's get back here. Let's just take a look. Let's take a guess. I want to say it's going to be 90 out. 70 to 90. Let's see what we got. There. If it can even plot it. Yeah, 98. And that's a lot of jumps. That's a ways out. We'll slow boat it. We're not gonna make it there tonight, I don't think. I probably won't make it on stream, and that's fine. I don't mind. There we go. I'd rather go and check out some cool stuff along the way. Like, I will end up doing 90 jumps pretty easily just on my own. Just trying to explore the area and doing it with ships that I want. Like, you can do it with the economical route plotting, right? Like, that limits you to 1,000 light years per plot. Like, it's definitely, like, I can definitely do that. Yeah, I didn't realize that I had gone so far out last night. I must have really just been kind of chilling. Like, you know how it is? Like, I was finishing up my K-dramas, and I wasn't finding anything out here. So, yeah, I just kept going, right? I really just wasn't finding anything, so I was really zipping through. Like, if I'm doing long route plotting in this ship, and I'm not finding anything, like, I'll be in a system less than 20 seconds between load screens. Easily. Like, it really does not take a whole lot for me to really zip along in this thing. So, like, you know, 90 jumps, that's maybe 2.5 hours tops, once you include load screens and all of that, if I'm really cruising along in this thing. You know, now that I'm scanning, like, it'll be a couple of days. But I think that's why everyone is just, I don't know. I've been getting that a lot from people that play Elite Dangerous, just kind of like super surprised and think I'm going too fast. But it's like, I think you're going too slow, right? Like, if I'm really zipping along, man, like, I'm not really spending a whole lot of time in these systems at all, but I'm still getting scan money from a lot of it. So, yeah. I mean, it doesn't help that since December 29th, when I bought this game, I put 5 days of actual playtime into it, so, you know, I played a lot too. There we go. It's not like I'm only putting in a couple of hours a day like I would assume some people are, because they have lives and work and stuff. For me, this is content, right? This is, you guys get to come and hang out with me on stream. There we go. It's the joy of not having children or relationships or money, right? I can do these things sitting at home. Wait a second. Maybe I'm the one who really lost out, right? Well, you know, nothing can be done about it at 1 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday, so too late to worry about that now. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the planets, though. I just really want something interesting to look at. You know, I don't know if I'm just not having any luck, or just the Formidine Rift is just like this. It just does not have anything really all that interesting to see. Here we go. Rocky body. Guessing there's a gas giant around here somewhere. Oh no. Interesting. That's a first. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with this region. And it's heavy metal bodies. I mean, normally I like heavy metal. You guys know that. But I can only deal with so much of it when it comes to looking at it. Okay, there you go. Heavy metal with atmosphere. Wow, okay, so I'm still getting a few things that were not in the codex yet, so that's kind of interesting. It'd be nice to round that out. I have not really looked for like black holes or anything. Like I don't think there's really anything that I saw. And out here. And there we go. Oh. Nothing. 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 NA. Okay. 3 out of 10 C. Alright. Yeah, let's take a look here. Right? Like, I don't see anything in terms of, like, the weird stars, right? You gotta look for the little ones that look like kind of like little blurry stars out and about. Like, there's one way down there. That's like way out there. I'm just not seeing anything super. I don't see anything that really sticks out a lot. Now, if they're undiscovered, that's another thing. I don't know if they show up like that if they're undiscovered, because I've never obviously discovered a black hole, as cool as that would be. So that could be part of it too. Maybe I just need to accidentally run across one, which that could be the end of my data right there. I know that they're technically harmless. Like, you don't really, like, you basically hit the exclusion zone and you might get a little bit of damage to your hole if you're not fast enough in stopping, but it doesn't really hurt you all that much. They just look very scary coming out of a warp, right? But still, I would rather not take that chance. But I've heard the money is good, so I wouldn't mind discovering one somewhere. Yeah, nothing. Nothing at all. Oh no, give me a mysterious signal source or something. It's weird because it just feel like I found so much more stuff close to the bubble. And it's not like I was in the bubble, so it should have been stuff that would have been proc gen when they did the update, right? The 3.3, I think, is when they revamped a lot of how things spawn. Yeah, in the bubble, I was finding a lot of NSPs, like notable stellar phenomena. You know, I found quite a few that way. And yeah, I was less than 2,000 out. Just kind of cruising around in my DBX trying to make a little bit of money to build something better as an explorer. And it's just very weird that with all the stuff that I've scanned out here at this point, I'm not finding anything. It's just a very boring region. Ugh. Here we go. Let's just hop up here and see. Let's just see what it's got. Because I got nothing else going on here. If it's gonna take me 98 jumps to get back to the Zerara, yeah, we're not doing that on stream. That's way too long. I might as well just start hopping back to the bubble at that point. Yeah, let's get away from this star. Come on. Oop. Yeah, what is it? Is it mostly O-type stars? I think that have the potential to be black holes. I think B-type systems can also potentially have them from what I was reading. We haven't found any of those. Found nothing like that out here. At all. And the weird part is, like, I'm in the part of the system, or part of the sector that should have some of that stuff, because I'm in basically the stellar cluster area of this arm. It is essentially like one of the outer spirals, right? I should be there. There should be something. But it's just crickets. Just crickets all day. Okay, I might as well start scanning. Alright, what do you got for me? Anything good? A gas giant. Imagine that. Oh well, it's money in the bank. Eventually. one day once I make it back. Yeah, I wish that I had not come so far out, because I really would have liked to show you guys this Aurora. Like, if you're interested in the game and you've never really left the bubble or really know anything about it, the Aurora is a ghost ship. And I guess there was a whole thing regarding the lore, and it's kind of like WoW secrets. If you guys play WoW, sometimes they'll put in these secrets and you kind of gotta uncover the clues. And that's essentially, I guess, what happened with the Aurora. And lore-wise, it was essentially the Event Horizon, right? Like, it was a ship that was sent out to try and discover Earth-like worlds out here in the Formidine Rift. It's basically just a bunch of dead space, right? And then a bunch of sleeper agents, like, became activated on the ship and shut down the boosters and basically turned it into a dead ship. Like, they could not move anymore, so they were essentially just going to circle around this planet for all time. Like, they could not move anymore. And the sleeper agents all killed themselves. Everyone else, like, either suffocated or froze to death. And now there's just this big mega ship orbiting this planet out in the middle of this system. And it's kind of cool. Like, the boosters are still on, so like they're all kind of cool and lit up and stuff. But then everything else about it is completely dark. Like, you've seen me flying into a couple of other stations before. Like, they're pretty bright. They got a lot of lights when you get close to them. Yeah, this one's just a dead mega ship. It's pretty creepy. And like, you can go through and scan some logs, and it'll play like an audio file that was recorded just for it, for this little part of the game. It's kind of like a little touristy destination. Like, if you're heading down into this region, you're heading down to the Formidine Rift. Like, it's kind of one of those things you kind of have to visit. Right? It's like kind of like every explorer, you kind of need to do this if you want to call yourself an explorer, right? I thought that was kind of neat, and it was creepy. Like, at first, like listening to the audio logs and all of that, like, it's definitely got a vibe to it, and it really is kind of dark. Aside from the boosters, there's no light, so whenever you've got your ship lights on, like, they're really kind of shining on just this dead floating ship. And then after, you know, being creeped out for a couple of seconds, I'm like, all right, how can I get a good photograph of this? So then I spent like another 2 hours trying to float along the ship and get really cool screenshots. That was fun. They turned out well, though. I posted them on Reddit. I posted them on the SA forums, in the ED thread. So they're out there. They had tweeted them. Yeah, check out the Twitter. Check out my skeets on Blue Sky. If you want to check out just a couple of shots. I took a lot. Yeah, they're pretty nice. I was very happy with it. Like, the Anaconda is just big enough to fit in between, like, the 3 towers on the face of the ship, like the 3 comms towers. Like, I'm trying to sneak in there without bumping anything and hurting my shields or something. Like, you don't want to hurt the wreckage. Like, this is a historical landmark at this point. Don't damage it. And then, yeah, once I got it parked, it took me almost as long to try and get a screenshot with the comms tower flashes going off as it took me to park the thing. It's hard. They're like really fast, and the screenshot button on Steam is not exactly accurate. Like, I'm sitting here just trying to time everything right so I can get the red flash on the underside of my ship lighted up to... Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely worth it. Like, that was probably... That and the Bubble Nebula were probably the first really... I would say touristy things that I've done. Like, obviously I've been to Jameson Memorial because I got that unlocked just from becoming elite solely through the power of turning in planets. Thanks, Universal Cartographics. So yeah, I definitely went there, and obviously they've got pretty much everything for sale that you would need. I've got that bookmarked for future reference in case I for whatever reason, need to buy something else or decide I want to try combat for some crazy reason or other. But yeah, I haven't really done a whole lot of touristy stuff. Like I actually skipped the Heart and Soul Nebulas on my way down here. I kind of went wide. It's just like they were too far out of the way for the pathing that I wanted. So yeah. Which, looking back in hindsight, I guess they really weren't that far out of the way at all. I probably should have stopped there, but it's fine. It's okay. All right, I am actually going to... Let's see if I can orbit. Probably coming in too hot. Let's see. There we go. Hey, there we go. Nice. I'm just trying to avoid those rings more than anything. I don't want to repeat the last time. It's a big ring system, though. I mean, I'm kind of neat. There we go. Nice. Am I within range now? Yes. Thankfully, the rings are just aligned right that they're not going to get in my way. Or maybe they will. Okay, that's cool. I'll do it down here. Yeah. Or not. Come on. This one's gonna be tough. It needs 8 probes. Yeah, I gotta find a way. Here we go. Do it here. And here. I have a feeling this is gonna go above my normal. Wow, massive 9.6. This thing's gonna be a payday once it's done. Definitely not hitting my efficiency target. Not with these probes. I'll need the upgrade for this. But you know, it's still a nice payday. I'm fairly sure the mass of this is gonna overcome whatever I lost from using 10 probes. 9.6, wow. Here we go. Nice. Let's get out of here. And you're gonna let me deactivate Super Cruise Assist. Nice. Let's get away from here, get out of the ring system. There. I'll slow down a bit. Just take a look, see what it looks like. Took me a while to figure out the camera. Oh, that's right. It still shows up as scan. This is so dumb. I don't know if this is a bug or if I just got a setting wrong or something. But I really hate that this is what happens after I get done scanning. I really don't know how to change it back. I guess I just have to relog in. Like, log out and then relog. But, you know, I tried. No one can say I didn't try. And honestly, from this angle, it still looks kind of cool. So, you know, so be it. All right, let's get out of here. All right, now what else is in the area? Probably nothing. I can start heading over here, maybe. What do we got? More F-type stars? Okay. This one, and then maybe head over to those two. I mean, even though I'm taking it a little bit slower, I'm still doing 45 to 60 a jump, it feels like. So yeah, it'll be closer to like 150 jumps instead of 98, but the only thing that's really slowing me down is going up or down the plane, because I have found a few where I'm not really going anywhere, kind of moving vertically. But it's all in the name of discovery, right? We gotta find cool stuff. That's the plan. 38? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, and none of them are going to be Earth worlds. Gonna have one water world. Actually, it looks like it'll be a water giant. Oh, give me an Earth-like. I swear to God. What is going on with this? Where are you? Where are you down here? Like, it's at the point where I'm just kind of like, I don't even want to scan this. I don't want to just move on. If it wasn't for the fact that now that I know Raxla is a thing, even though more than likely it's not even accessible to players, I don't know. I know there was the rumor, like, oh, one person has passed through it and they didn't scan it. Whatever, man. Whatever. I don't want to sit here scanning all of this stuff to find Raxla and then it not exist. Too much work. Just too much work. But it's a lot of money too, so I'm at least gonna get the FSS scan on most of this if I can. For 38, yeah, for 38, that's a lot of money. Yeah, I was originally gonna finish Liza P, but it's just a, it was the type of day where I needed to get some errands done, and I like being able to play this because I don't have to focus on the game all that much while I get laundry and that kind of thing done. You know, we'll do Liza P maybe tomorrow or Saturday, but that's like a stream that I've actually got to sit down and play the game, right? Like action oriented combat, story based. Yeah, that's not something I can really do on a day that's full of errands. But I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm having fun. Yeah, I really like this game. It's just, the community is very interesting to say the least. But, you know, we're out here, we're scanning, we're having a good time. I'm slowly but surely arting my way back to the Zerara. I don't think I'll get it this stream. It's still like 150 jumps out. I'm way out. I'm way out here, man. That's kind of the point, right? Like, I wouldn't be much of an explorer if I was going a bunch of places that everyone's already been, so I gotta hope I find something interesting. It's just, man, there's just nothing out here. I must have scanned 200, 300 systems by now out here in the Rift. And, like, not a single Earth world so far. It's just been nothing but heavy metal content worlds. It's not even icy bodies, so I guess it's a little bit better in that regard. Yeah, there's nothing. Skyline's kind of cool. Yeah, this is what I've been up to, and I've managed to go out quite a long ways while finishing up my K-dramas. So, you know, I got that done at least. I finished See You in My 19th Life, so I gotta find another one to put on in the background while I'm chilling. Right, anything good? Not really. Some of these might look kind of cool, but I think they're too far out. Sometimes I like to look at them and just kind of see how close they are, because I wouldn't mind getting a cool screenshot with all of them lined up. But yeah, I think they're all a little too spread out. That's fine. All right, off we go then. Where's the next one? Guess you. I don't really see a whole lot else over in that direction. I guess I can. Oh yeah, that's right. We were gonna hit up those two, but oh, we got like a line of 3. Okay, we'll do that then. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, I think the entire time I've been out here, I think I've maybe found 2 ammonia worlds. I found a decent handful of water worlds. Not all of them have been terraformable. I'd say about half have been. So, you know, there's been some good money in that. But not really a whole lot else. No Earth-likes. It's just nothing. It's just black. Even though I'm hitting up all the stars that should be, it should have Earth likes, it's empty, man. I don't even think there's enough out here to tear off the paint off my Annie at this point. Here we go. Alright, so there's something. Oh, look at that. Another gas giant. Who would have guessed? Wow. Amazing. Oh yeah, I got an Anaconda. I've got the Guardian frame boost. I am decked out and ready. Well, next time I go back to the bubble. Yeah, I've still got my DBX. He's my little bubble hopper, but this is just so much faster. It truly is. Like, I know the actual jump range is fairly close once you got them both engineered, but just the 7A fuel scoop on this thing, it's so much faster. Like, I know technically a full tank will only get you about 4 jumps in an Annie, but the fact that I can basically refill an entire jump just by slowing down and skimming the sun while I move over it, it's just so fast. All right, where was that other one? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I love my Annie. It was worth every penny. It was, you know, the ship that I had really kind of shotgunned towards. Like, when I downloaded the game, when I first bought the game, the first thing I did was look at the SA forums and, like, look at their ship breakdown. And I was just like, yeah, the Anaconda is what I want. So that's basically what I've been gunning for. And now I have nothing else to spend money on, to be completely honest. I got all the stuff that I need. But I do need to mine a little bit more. I do need to do some more emission scanning. You know, just get the grade 5 booster and probably, I know you mentioned the probe booster. I think I am gonna upgrade my probes next time. It's just getting to Farseer is just kind of a pain. So I'm not looking forward to it. But yeah, the grade 5 booster is just about the only other thing that I really need. I'm sure there's some other good engineering stuff that I could probably stand to get. It's kind of like, eh. Like, I'm pretty happy with everything that I've got already. Anything else is just kind of like, how much grinding am I really going to have to do with this? This is going to take me away from the stuff that I'm doing right now. The Guardian wasn't too bad. But yeah, I definitely decided that, like, the SRV stuff is definitely not for me. I'll just play No Man's Sky for that. I want to land on some planets and run around. I'll just play that instead. It is kind of funny that once I actually landed, like, I was so scared of doing all of it because, like, I knew that the Sentinels popped up and you'd have to do a little bit of combat in the SRV and all of this stuff. And then you actually fight the Sentinels and it's kind of laughable. Mauve Adder? What's that mean? Cannot connect to frontier services. Oh, is there... okay. Is it like reset time? Is that what's going on? I would assume so. Let me double check here. It's usually a local network issue. Well, no, because I'm still streaming. Assuming use of local network refers to their servers. Interesting. Like, I know that that Thursdays are the reset days, right? But they don't... yeah, they don't really do, like, server maintenance like traditional MMOs, do they? I don't think I've ever actually been on when they do it. Because this is all on your side of the pond. This is all Euro time, I think. Which, granted, I'm usually up around this time. I guess I'm an honorary Euro just by virtue of when I'm awake. We'll see here. Back to main menu. Yeah, it's probably a server reset. Gonna let me in? Yeah. I wonder how long this is gonna be. I mean, it's been an hour and a half already. I mean, I guess maybe this is a good time to call it as any. This is really just kind of to hang out and talk about FanFest and some of the upcoming FF14 news and kind of hang out while I was doing errands. Power play updates. I mean, I'm not opposed to that as long as they update the news, because that's my favorite part of all. Like, I don't know anything about the combat. I don't know anything about power play. I'm in Diamond Frogs, and I guess they control some space. I don't really know. But aside from that, I really just like the news updates. And I would like to have more of them, because they're fun to listen to while I'm crossing the galaxy. Like, that's what I do in real life, is I just turn on NPR radio, and I'm usually listening to the news on the way to work. So it feels very realistic for being like a space sim. It's 100% the kind of thing that I would do, is just turn on the news in the background and just kind of chill. Because I don't know, I just like having the voice, even if I'm not necessarily paying attention to a ton of what they are actually saying sometimes. Like, just having that voice in the background helps. I think this means I need to get into audiobooks, I think is what it really means. Okay, come on. Wonder if I'll have to actually exit out. Let's see. Mauve Adder. I'm trying to look here. I assume that it saves my position whenever it logs me out. It's weird that they don't, and I didn't see it in chat. Maybe it's just because I didn't have chat up. That I didn't see, like, hey, we're shutting down the servers in 15 minutes kind of thing, right? Like, you would think that that would be a thing that they would push out to all Galaxy chat. That's what I'm used to in just about any MMO, is the bright yellow text in FF14 being like, hey guys, log out please. We're shutting it down. Yeah, this is my Annie, the CGV Cloud Kicker. I'm really liking it. As you can see, I spent a couple of dollars buying some arcs and bought a skin that I thought was very fitting. You know, this is the Cloud Kicker. The name and all of that is from my books, The Sky Thief and Desert Siren. It is the name of a ship that my Sky Pirate captain flies in the book. And she is known for her blue and yellow armor, blue and gold armor. So I saw this and I was like, yeah, that's going on my ship. This is like the perfect skin. And I was really surprised. I thought Arcs was a lot more expensive than it is, but it's very manageable. So yeah, I'm not complaining. I mean, the game only cost me $5 thanks to Steam sale anyways. So I can't really complain. I've already put 5 days of game time into it, so I think they've earned a few more dollars. Like, that's really what it comes down to, right? Yeah, I've written a couple. I've got a BA in English. I'm working on several more. This game actually inspired another one, which, God help me, I'm already working on 3. But yeah, I mean, the streaming thing has kind of taken over. Like, even if I do get my books finished, like the ones that I'm working on, like, if I want to publish them traditionally, I mean, that's the process. That takes like 2 or 3 years anyways. So yeah, I've mostly been doing the streaming thing, but I think I've got a couple ASMR streams back in my archives of some short stories and stuff that I've written over the years. I don't really know how to do ASMR, and I don't know if the short stories are any good, but you can hear a little bit of my work in my VODs. But yeah, that was the job. That was what I wanted to do as a career, was do a lot more in publishing. And, you know, I'm a bookseller now. I basically work at the US equivalent of a Waterstones, if you know what Waterstones is. But yeah, I'm in an area of the country that just really doesn't have a lot of publishing jobs, and they none of them want to wait for me to move. So, and I can't really move unless I've got a job waiting for me in the big cities because it's too expensive. So I'm basically just kind of stuck here and trying to stream. So thank you for coming to the streams. Every viewer helps. It's nice to just have people to talk to while I'm hanging out. Well, you know, I didn't know that they were going to be doing server maintenance, I guess. I don't know if I got a relog or what. But, you know, give me a second to relog. If it's not back up, we might just go ahead and call it. But either way, I'll kind of let you know what's up for the rest of the weekend and what we're doing for the rest of the week. Yeah, give me a few. There we go. So they are officially on server maintenance at the moment. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to have to call it here. The unfortunately, I don't know how long this is going to take. So yeah, we'll be back probably tomorrow. And we're gonna hopefully finish up Liza P. We're gonna take a couple of hours and like really bear down and try finishing it. Like we're in chapter 11 out of 12. And I really did not expect chapter 11 to be as fast, or chapter 10 to be as fast as it was. So I don't know how long the last two chapters are. We're gonna try it. But yeah, I really want to get that done. And then probably Saturday, we'll do either another guitar stream or a little bit more of FF8. I'm kind of in a Final Fantasy mood after FanFest. We'll be doing this off and on. Just, it's a nice, chill kind of hangout game where I can just kind of sit and chat. So expect to see it in the rotation. This, probably the finals, you know, we've got a few games that are kind of like that where we can just kind of hang out and talk for a little bit. Sorry this one got cut short. I genuinely had no idea that they even did server maintenance or that it was about ready to come up to that time. Otherwise I would have scheduled something else, but you know, we got a little bit done. I kind of showed you what I've been up to. I'm excited to be out in the middle of the Formidine Rift with my Annie, slowly trucking my way back and yeah, having some fun out there. I just wish there was more to see, but you know, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Blue Sky. It's just at Westor. And you can see some of the screenshots that I've been taking along the way. Bubble Nebula, Zerara, that kind of thing. And then, yeah, once I'm back and got a couple more upgrades, depending on how long it takes. I don't know how long it takes to get rep up with Farseer. I'm pretty happy with the grade 4 drive, but I wouldn't mind getting the grade 5. It's not like it's super hard to get the materials for it. It's just the rep more than anything. But yeah, once we get back, you know, I'll probably start planning my first ever trip to Colonia and then maybe to Sag A. After that, we'll just have to see how it goes. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I can definitely see this being a game that I'll be hopping into every now and then in the future. That being said, I guess, I don't know, I guess I'll just sit and read some more of my Sailor Moon collection that I just bought and wait for the servers to come back. So thanks a ton everybody for hanging out with me tonight. Again, like, subscribe. My name is Wes, and I will see you tomorrow. Yeah, engineering rep comes from doing upgrades. It's just I don't know how long it takes. Like I'm obviously at rep 4 right now, and I think I'm like halfway through the bar. My DBX can use a couple more little presses of the button to fully upgrade, so I'm hoping that'll push me up to rank 5. If not, I mean, I guess I can do probe scanner just to push that rep up. I just really don't want to make another trip to Farseer if I don't have to. It's just such a pain to get over there and land. So Yeah, we'll just see how long it takes. But yeah, I mean, it's not like the upgrades. It's just a little bit of mining and a little bit of emission scanning. Like, it's not terribly difficult. It's just stuff that I'm too lazy to do, I guess. But yeah, that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Yeah, this was not how I planned on ending the stream. It's just kind of what happened because of this. But now I know. But you know what? Whenever I turn in my next round, I'll have a lot more arcs waiting for me. So should get my 400 for the week in one go. But take care, everybody. Have a good rest of your middle of the week. And I will see you, I guess, I don't know, 14, 16 hours from now. Bye-bye.